Hello everyone, it's Katie from KatieWrightsStuff.com and I have a whole bunch of June makes to share with you, so let's get into that. I missed everyone so much last weekend, it was ridiculous, so I actually don't think I can keep up this one video a fortnight idea. And I do have a plan to keep doing them weekly, so I'm afraid you may have to look forward to seeing me weekly from now on. But I do have a whole bunch of makes to show you for June. June? Wow. Okay, let's go into the future then. For May, I was quite happy with how I went. I just knuckled down and did a whole bunch of sewing, and now I've a whole bunch of clothes to show for it. Well, 2 and 1 underway. Let's start with the sewing, which is what I'm wearing pretty much right now. So I rescued this dress because it was too big, way too big, even though I drafted a bodice based on my measurements. It turned out to fit someone much bigger than me, which was not very practical, and because it's a cotton and it's a bit stiff, it's not a very it's cheap cotton. Okay, I'll just cut to the chase. It's cheap cotton, it's a bit stiff, it doesn't really drape, and so the fact that it was too large meant it was unwearable. And then I decided to rescue it, as I outlined a couple of videos ago. I kept the skirt because basically that's a rectangle and I'd already put a pocket in it. I decided to do a full bust adjustment on the bodice of New Look 6262, the little sleeveless version there, and see how that goes. So that's what I did, and it seemed to go okay. I still have a bit of like gaping out the neckline, which is an issue I have on a lot of things, but it's not as, and it's mostly bad because I'm wearing a cardigan which sort of pushes it in, but it's not as bad as on other dresses that I've made, and it seems to fit okay. I didn't break it with full bust adjustment. I would like to try it again on a different pattern as well, just to see how that goes. I do feel the neckline's a little too high, but I don't mind that much because it just means extra polka dot, and I love polka dots. God, I have so many polka dot things lately, it's ridiculous. You'll see that in my plans video, which will be going up next week. I'm wearing my new dress with an old cardigan that I made from a Sunglow pattern, 3-ply lovely soft wool. This is really cute. It's quite obviously a summer cardigan, but I do have the central heating on today, and this is probably what I would like to wear with the dress, so I thought I might as well demonstrate that. And yeah, I think it's something like 6 degrees outside at the moment, so there will be no outside photo shoots for this one. It'll be probably here in my bedroom, where we're getting quite cozy lately, aren't we? My first time making a New Look pattern, and I was a bit confused at the order. And I don't know if it's because I'm used to making dresses with fully lined bodices, which I really like, because this has a facing piece for the neckline and it has bias binding on the sleeves. And the instructions told me to basically put the entire dress together and then do these little fiddly bits, and I thought, well, that makes no sense. I'm going to do it while it's just the bodice, and then I don't have to deal with the skirt while I'm putting all this stuff through the sewing machine. If there's a reason for that and somebody knows, please let me know in the comments below, because I just couldn't see the point of trying to do these fiddly little details when your whole dress was constructed. I mean, surely it makes more sense to do it when you just have the bodice to deal with. There, that's just my thought. Now, my other garment that I made is on the mannequin behind me. Now, I don't tend to give my things names, my computer, my car. A lot of my friends name them. I don't. But this seems to be called Madam. I don't know. I've just taken to calling her Madam when I move her around. She lives in the wardrobe when she's not out here, poor thing. But anyway, Madam is wearing a piece of fabric, cunningly designed to look like a top, and my New Look skirt, which you can't really see very much except the top of, but don't worry, I'll have some inserts for you. And that is New Look 6944, and just this simple skirt with godets. And again with New Look, they suggested that you sew together the 3 panels on the front, the 3 panels on the back, up until the point where the godets are inserted. Sew both sides together, then do the godets. And again, I thought, that's the fiddliest bit of the pattern. And why would I want to do that where I have the whole skirt put together? That would be so annoying. So yeah, I did the godets, then sewed it together. I'm not mad about how it turned out. I don't mind it, I'll wear it, but I probably wouldn't make it again. I wanted the godets to give it a real shape, and they just sort of blob out. I did add a pocket which sort of distorts the side seam a little bit, but I have a pocket, so I can deal with that negative. That's fine, because pockets are awesome. I made it from some fabric I got from a secondhand shop. I don't know what it is, but it's a really heavy sort of wool feeling fabric, which is going to be great for winter. I will have to make another one for summer though, because it's a bit too warm, or anytime I'm actually on stage, because if you've ever been on stage, you know stage lights are very hot, very hot. But they do stop you from seeing the audience, which can be good if you're a bit nervous about performing. I still have to finish hemming it, but that's not going to take too long. I'll just do a bias binding hem because I like doing that. It's good fun. So that's my sewing. I will switch over to knitting mode. Okay, for the knitting, I basically was continuing to finish off this cute little cardigan with moss stitch details. And that's it. I have finished all the bits. So I have the sleeves, the front and the back, the fronts and the back, and they've all been blocked and they're ready to go. And I am currently knitting the button band. This is the bit I hate about cardigans. I love cardigans, but oh, this is so boring. It's just, and this is actually quite a wide one, so I think it's 15 stitches back and forth. Yeah, 15 stitches back and forth. Ugh. And the buttonholes are over here. Stick my thumb through them. So basically I need to sew a bit of the sleeves to the front and the backs, and then once the button band's the right length I can attach that and then sew it all up, and then I can wear it, which would be great. I hope I'll have it done by next weekend when I go to visit my parents, because I'm sure it'll be even colder up there, because it is subalpine where they live, so it tends to get a little chilly. That should be finished quite soon and I can make a start on my stripy jumper. I have all the wool together for that, so that's very exciting and I'm looking forward to that. I'm quite pleased with myself because I got pretty much everything done that I wanted to get done. So of course this means I'm going to get super optimistic, as you will see in my June plans, where I will maybe go a little over the top, and I'm not sure when I'm going to have the time to make it all. But yep, that's what I made as for the knitting, because I didn't have a second project. I just ploughed ahead with my cardigan and it resulted in an almost finished cardigan, which is fantastic. So that's everything I made in May, and as I mentioned probably a million times by now, I'm quite chuffed with my achievements and I'm hoping I can just do the same for June and get a whole bunch of stuff made, because I have some gaps in my wardrobe that I want to fill, and it would be nice to fill them by doing handmade, because I just don't like buying things from shops anymore. Anyway, I am so happy to catch up with you all again this week, and if you have any comments, please drop down and we'll have a chat. So I've mentioned before, I really do like having a chat with you all and hearing your thoughts on everything. If you haven't subscribed, this is your chance to do it. It costs nothing, but you do have to deal with me turning up in your subscription section every week or so. In the meantime, have fun knitting and sewing. I hope you're enjoying the weather wherever you are, and I'll see you all again next week with my plans for June, which will involve this thing here behind me. Goodbye.